What is up, guys? Tony here, Positive Tech Reviews, and in this video I'm going to be giving you guys my first 72-hour impressions of the HTC U11. I got it Friday, so today is actually Sunday, so almost 72 hours, but I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, what I like about it so far, and how it's been performing and battery life. So let's go. Okay guys, so first off, you can definitely see that this is one of the shiniest smartphones on the market right now, and also this is the best phone coming out from HTC right now. So the HTC U Ultra that came out, that was a phone that I could honestly say I wasn't feeling, because when it first came out the price point was just ridiculous. It lacked a lot of features. It didn't have the latest processor. It wasn't IP water resistant. It was just, I thought the battery was actually small because it had a 5.7-inch display. It kind of took bits and pieces from the LG V20 with a secondary display. So I wasn't really feeling that phone. So I skipped that phone, and I'm glad I waited for the HTC U11. This is the phone that has basically everything that the U Ultra was missing is in this phone right here. So let's talk about the specs. Let's go ahead and knock those out real quick. It does have 5.5-inch IPS display. It is LCD5, real nice display. You can actually confuse it for being AMOLED because it looks actually that good. So you can see viewing angles is pretty good. Outdoor visibility, the screen is pretty bright in my opinion. So it does have the Snapdragon 835, which is a real good thing. I'm glad that HTC put it into this device right here. 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of internal storage, and there is another upgraded one that has 128 gigs, which is real nice also. It does support micro SD card, and it comes with a 3000 milliamp battery, which is a little bit small as far as milliamps, 3000 milliamps, but it does real good with the 835, and you actually do get real good battery life on it. We'll get into that real quick. So on the rear, we do have the 12 megapixel camera with a dual flash, and on the front we get 16 megapixel camera, which I thought was a little bit weird, but we'll get into that also. And it does have boom sound, woofer on the bottom and tweeter on the top. It actually sounds real good, pretty loud. And it does have USB Type-C charging. Like I said, you can expand, put an SD card in here up to 2 terabytes. So getting that out the way, a very fluid device. It does perform real good. It does take some real good pictures. I'll add those pictures to the end of this video so you guys can check those out. But the first thing you're going to get out of the box when you see this phone is going to be its beauty. So let's go ahead and talk about the design. It's going to be one of the first things I want to talk about. The design is actually glass back, glass front. I believe it does have Gorilla Glass 5 on both panels, and you can see that it is definitely a fingerprint magnet. This is the Amazing Silver. They do have several other colors available. So let's go ahead and talk about what I like about the phone. My first 72 hours, I'm going to tell you that the skin, the HTC skin, is probably the best other than stock Android that you can have right now. This is a very clean, minimalistic skin. Sense 7, I believe that's what it is. I may be wrong, it may be Sense 8, but it does come with Android Nougat 7.1.1 out of the box. You guys can check that out. So it's highly updated. The Samsung S8 is not even on 7.1. and this is way up there on 7.1.1. So I believe that the S8 is still on 7.0. So this one is more updated. You get the latest stuff on this phone right here. As far as updates go, it's on the very latest. It's running SenseUI, which is a pretty clean Android experience. So I like that right off the top, that you can, it's actually real clean. It's almost like stock Android, so that is a plus. The next thing that you're really going to enjoy on this phone, I'm not trying to sell this phone to you, but I'm just giving you my opinions on it, is going to be the display. The display is just very crisp and clean. The blacks look very black, and it is just a beautiful display. It kind of resembles an AMOLED panel. No issue with the display. It gets very bright outdoors, and the viewing angles are great. The second thing that I want to mention is the fingerprint reader is very accurate. It's not a push button or anything like that. You just place your finger on there and it will unlock the device. You can long press and it will go to the Google Assistant. So there's not a lot of bloat on here. You'll actually see some applications that HTC will allow you to pick and choose, which is a good thing. I like that. I noticed on here that's real good is going to be these headphones that came with it. The audio, when you connect, when you plug in some headphones, you do have a dongle that comes in. There's no 3.5mm headphone jack, so you will have to use USB Type-C connection. But using plugged in headphones with the HTC U11 is the best sound that I've heard on any kind of mobile device that's out right now. I haven't heard anything that's actually sounding even close to what is coming from the HTC U11. As far as the headphone quality on here, you do have noise canceling. When you first plug them in, you actually have to select a profile, or actually picks a profile for you to get the best audio. And I have had nothing but a great experience with the headphones. So the headphones definitely get my thumbs up. The display definitely gets my thumbs up. The build, the glass build, it's just an attractive phone. You pull this out of your pocket, people are going to be very curious as to what phone this is, because it outshines everything out there. The cameras, I cannot forget the cameras. I've taken several still shots, and I did a little bit of video footage using FHD. I did not test out the 4K camera just yet, but I'll put those on the end of this video so you guys can check out the quality with the HTC U11 photos and video. So they also have something that's called 3D audio, which focuses on whatever let's say you're at a concert and you're video recording and you tap, it actually will pick up the sound from that particular direction that you tap on the screen. So that is just amazing technology right there. That is another thing that I like about the HTC U11. So I get kind of hyped up from all kinds of mobile phones. I was hyped up for the S8, I was hyped up for the G6. I really love technology in general, but this phone right here, the HTC U11, stands out. And it just stands out to me because the cameras are like the best cameras on any mobile phone out right now. The audio quality, using the speakers, the boom sound, top and bottom, they sound real good. And when you just plug in the headphones, you're going to get the best quality coming from this phone right here. You're going to get the best audio hands down. I'm going to give you guys a little bit more about my usage on here. So what I do on here, my usage is I do YouTube videos. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I take photos. Probably everybody that's out there that's watching this video does the same. We watch YouTube videos. We have social media accounts which we go back and forth. We check emails, and we also play music. I like to stream music. And with my usage, my personal usage on this phone, I've gotten 24 hours on one charge with 7.5 hours of on-screen time. That is impressive, coming from a 3000 milliamp battery. So whatever they did to this operating system, combined with, I don't know, the Snapdragon 835, they did a great job when it comes to battery life and efficiency on this phone. Battery life is very impressive. So that's another standout feature that I have to say about this phone right here. It's also IP67, so it's not IP68, but IP67. It's water resistant, dust resistant, and I'm glad they actually did that with this phone. The one thing that it's lacking that I kind of really missed, I'm gonna be honest here, and there was no reason to actually skip it in my opinion, that would have made this a complete package. Just for me, my personal opinion, and for what I do is wireless charging, because you're going to be using this port a lot. You're going to be plugging in your headphones in and out, in and out. You're going to be plugging it in at night, and this is going to take a little bit of abuse. So to minimize that, wireless charging would have been great. Okay, so moving along, the hiccups that I have encountered on the HTC U11 are very minimal. As far as RAM management, I haven't had any issues with RAM management. It seemed to be performing pretty good. Opening apps, closing apps, moving through the system itself is real good. Taking photos is very quick. You know, the next thing that I would talk about would be the squeeze. That is something that I thought was going to be, I'm going to be honest, I thought it was going to be a gimmick. I didn't think that it was actually going to be so useful, but it is. For a long squeeze, I activate the flashlight, squeeze it again, turn it off. If you do a short squeeze, you open the camera. If you do another short squeeze, it takes a picture. You can do a lot with that. You can actually change this. You can put different things to open up different apps. You can do a lot of things with that. So it is useful. I thought it wasn't going to be as useful, but it definitely is. I've been using it from what I was expecting to this HTC squeeze. I thought it was going to be a straight up gimmick. I thought I was going to maybe use it once or twice and that's it. But I've been using it more than that. So it's not a gimmick to me. You can also change it and you can put Google Assistant on it. But you know, I like the home button Google Assistant. So that's fine. I kept it there. So man, this phone, first 72 hours with it, man, I'm happy. I'm happy. It's a good phone. And I can highly recommend this phone right here. Like I said, one thing or a couple of things that I really wish it did have wireless charging, but other than that, that's going to be it. My 72 hours with the HTC U11, hands down, is a good device. It's not a total use. What was the word that he was using? So the HTC U11 is not a total waste of space. Catch you guys on the next video. Peace. This is HTC U11. We're going to go ahead and do some focus testing. So here's a tree. You can see it actually focused pretty good. Focus is really nice. You could actually see everything on here. Very good camera. This has been the best camera I've used so far on a mobile device. Focus in the back. Focus in the front. In the back. You kind of could blur out the back a little bit. You see the blur in the background. It looks real nice. You could also see it on this side. The blurred background, and it actually captures what's up front. Nice, good cameras right here. I'll just pan around, give you guys recording at I'm guessing FHD, which should be 1080p. So this is the HTC U11 using the rear camera, 12 megapixels in FHD mode, which I'm guessing is 1080p. Optical image stabilization looks pretty good. Pretty stable on the viewfinder. Let me know what you guys think. Pretty stable camera. Also, let me know how the audio is. Focus is pretty good.